Hi, I'm Danny Ecker with the Chicago Business Today Midday Report. Urban Partnership Bank, the successor to failed inner-city lender Shorebank, is acquiring a landmark Northern Trust branch on the south side in a move that demonstrates broader strategies for both lenders these days. Northern built the branch along the Dan Ryan at 79th Street in 1996, mostly as a symbolic reach out to an underprivileged community, but it now will serve as a key location for Urban Partnership as it tries to grow. Our Steve Daniels wrote about the transaction today. Steve, first of all, for Northern Trust, how does this fit into the cost cutting they're doing these days?
Yeah, they've been cutting back on their branch network. They've closed 6 or 7 branches in Chicago in the last 3 or 4 years, or in the Chicago area in the last 3 or 4 years. That's a lot of branches. They don't have a lot. They're going to have 11 branches here locally after all of this is done. You know, they're facing headwinds from low interest rates. Their profits are pressured as a result. And this is one of their responses.
And now for Urban Partnership Bank, this is a significant move. How significant is this for them to grow their profile here in Chicago?
This is by far the most significant thing they've done since that group acquired the assets and deposits of the failed Shorebank almost 2 years ago. You know, there have been some criticisms that they've moved very slowly. They've made relatively few loans. As they've tried to get their arms around the big pile of bad loans that Shorebank left them. They've got a lot of capital courtesy of a host of Wall Street names that everybody knows, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs and the like. So this is now, you know, by far the biggest move that they've made to raise their visibility and then, as you said before, perhaps grow a little bit more in the future.
What are you really watching for from Urban Partnership, I guess, in the next year or so to sort of measure that growth?
You know, I think lending is going to be, you know, what everyone's going to look at with them. You know, obviously getting a deposit franchise. Shorebank lent very actively, but was not a great acquirer of deposits in their markets. Obviously, there's people with not a ton of money in those markets, and that would explain some of that. But at any rate, you know, Urban Partnership Bank is going to need to increase its lending to try to improve those neighborhoods down on the south and west sides that are very stressed.
All right, Steve, thanks for the time.
Thank you.